What's up, this is Atark here. So this is the all-new Wahoo ELEMNT ACE bike computer. It comes packed with a bigger, vibrant touchscreen display, an impressive 30 plus hours of battery life, and a game-changing feature that sets it apart from any other bike computer on the market, a built-in wind sensor, and all of this for $599.99 US. So Wahoo also has enhanced its app, making it easier to set up and configure your devices and sync everything to the cloud, and the Ace is the first Element bike computer to fully take advantage of this. So I've had the Element Ace bike computer in my hands for a few weeks now, and this is going to be more of a first impression type video. The first thing that you'll notice when you pick it up is just how large this bike computer is. The Ace measures 4.9 inches by 2.75 inches by 0.78 inches with a 3.8 inch display with a resolution of 480 by 720 pixels. To give you an idea of its size, here is how it compares to my iPhone 13 Pro, and here it is next to the Wahoo ELEMNT Roam bike computer. So initially, I struggled to fit the Ace onto my current integrated front mount on my Canyon. It just did not fit, so I had to mount it on top of the handlebar. So I'll have to get a different mount that would fit the Element bike or the Element Ace bike computer. But for now, it's just going to sit on top of the handlebar. Wahoo does include a premium aluminum out front mount in the box, which fits perfectly and kind of complement the device. However, it does not fit on my handlebar. So for those familiar with the Element bike computer, the Ace will feel right at home. It featured the same 6-button layout as the Roam, a power button on the left, 2 navigation buttons on the right side, and the 3 buttons on the front. But what sets the Ace apart is the addition of the touchscreen, offering a more modern and intuitive way to interact with the device. And speaking of the screen, the Ace features a 3.8-inch display with a 3:2 aspect ratio. It is a high-resolution TFT screen with anti-glare properties, making it easy to see outdoors, even in bright sunlight. But what really sets the screen apart from previous devices is the leap to full color. So unlike earlier models with limited color palettes, the Ace screen supports 16 million colors. So this makes the data screens and maps look sharper, more vibrant, and easier to read. Wahoo has also improved menu navigation, making it faster and easier to access what you need with fewer taps. So for example, on the main screen, you can quickly access the new workout profile feature, routes, workouts, and all your connected sensors. And one nice touch is that it now displays the remaining battery life for each connected sensor directly on the main screen. A small touch that's super convenient. You can also swipe down to access additional menus for things like screen brightness, toggling between dark mode and light mode, and adjusting sounds and alert notifications. And to return to the main menu, simply swipe up. And during activity, swiping left or right lets you navigate through pages to control music, bike trainers, or even the Wahoo Kicker fan. Wahoo's simplicity in menu navigation has always been their strong point, and they have carried that forward here with their first touchscreen device. And that said, the touchscreen experience is, well, not quite like your smartphone. Instead of smooth swipes that you experience in a smartphone, it's more of a flick with your finger type swipe. But where the touchscreen come in handy is in features like pinch to zoom on map, which is very handy for navigation. The Element Ace also features a built-in digital bike bell. So to activate it, simply double tap anywhere on the screen and you'll hear the bell chime, or you can tap the center footer button on any page to ring the bell. So it is also worth noting that the double tap functionality only works on certain pages. For example, it does not work on the map screen or the climb page. However, the center footer button works consistently across all pages. The speaker is located on the back of the device, so I'm not entirely sure how well the bell sounds will carry in outdoor settings. It seems reasonably loud, but I'll need to test it further in real-world conditions to see how effective it is. While we are on the topic of speakers, the Ace also uses them to give you turn-by-turn navigation, voice alert, or beeps during rides, and this can be turned on in the workout profile page under alerts, which is pretty cool. Okay, so it is 20 degrees outside and I'm not going to ride my bike in this freezing weather, so I'm just riding my car here and I'm going to demo the voice navigation feature for you.
Turn left.
Coming up on another right turn.
Right turn ahead.
And as you get closer to the turn, it's going to say turn right. Should be right now.
Turn right.
There you go. It's pretty cool. Another great feature that Wahoo has finally added to the Element lineup is the workout profile. With the Ace, you can create multiple profiles tailored to different type of riding. So for example, you can set up one profile for outdoor rides and another profile for indoor rides, each with its own customized pages and settings. This makes it incredibly convenient to switch between different setups without having to reconfigure your device every time. It is definitely a welcome addition, and it's great to see Wahoo bringing this level of flexibility to the Ace. Also, Wahoo has doubled the battery capacity with the Element Ace, so compared to the Element Roam, the Ace features a battery that's twice as large, giving you significantly extended usage time, and according to Wahoo, the Ace can deliver up to 30 hours of use on a single charge, so it is ideal for those long rides and long endurance events. Okay, let's talk about the main groundbreaking feature on this bike computer, the air sensor. So it is located right at the front of the device. Using a built-in pressure sensor, the Ace can measure and quantify wind forces during your ride. It captures wind speed and direction, so it gives you data about the conditions you were facing. So finally, you have the numbers to explain why that awful headwind made you feel so slow and miserable during your ride, or why that $13,000 aero bike might be worth the cost. Thank you, Wahoo. During your ride, you will see a new field on your data page showing airspeed, and the Ace uses a colorized background system to give you a quick visual. So green, that's air boost, it's for tailwinds or drafting conditions. Red is for air drag, which is for headwinds or increased resistance due to poor riding position. You'll even see this airspeed data while navigating in maps, so it makes it easy to connect conditions to your ride in real time. And post-ride insights get even more interesting. In the Wahoo app, you can analyze wind dynamics, which breaks down how much time you spent in air boost, like in tailwind or drafting, in neutral air, air drag, which in headwind or bad riding position. The app also overlays this data onto your ride map so you can visually track where you experience these type of conditions. How accurate is the wind speed data? I haven't been able to actually validate it personally, but Wahoo says this was one of the most resource-intensive features to develop. Their sport and data science team ran comparison tests against similar devices, conducting wind tunnel experiments, or even performing real-world tests in a velodrome. So we'll just have to take their word for it. But what can you do with this data right now? That is still a bit unclear. Think about potential developments like using this data to measure CDA or optimizing your aero position. This is definitely an area where Wahoo could innovate further. For now, it's like they say with data collection, the sooner, the better. Having this data now opens up possibilities for how it might be used down the road. And speaking of down the road, Wahoo is planning further enhancement and developments and update to the Ace with future feature type enhancement and user interface enhancement. Also, other Wahoo Element bike computers will be onboarded onto the Wahoo app, and eventually the Element app will be sunsetted, probably late 2025. So that is the Wahoo Element Ace full color touchscreen, extended battery life, and a host of usability improvements like cloud syncing and workout profile. And the wind sensor is a bold step forward by Wahoo in providing riders with new data. It will be interesting to see how Wahoo continues to develop its software and what other deeper insights they build on the wind dynamic or expanded use cases for training and racing. This device feels like a solid foundation for what's next, and I am curious to see how Wahoo builds upon it. I think with its large screen and size, this is a perfect device for someone looking for a bike computer that is good for navigation and lasts a long time. But what I want to hear is from you. Let me know your thoughts about the Element Ace in the comments below. Is this what you've been waiting for? What do you think about the wind dynamic data? Do you see it being useful in your rides? And what creative use cases can you imagine for this new feature? There you have it, folks. This is the Element Ace bike computer. Hope you enjoyed this review, and if you find it useful, please share it with others in your life. And if you're still watching but have not subscribed yet, you know what to do. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.